Okay, so today we're going to try Riposte. So this is one of our new 18 card games. It's going to be up on Back Your Kit for Pocketopia. Riposte is a fencing style game, so it's a game for two players where we're trying to score hits on each other through fencing. So both of our games are going to come in these little bags. This one's obviously not what the final is going to look like. This is just a sticker on top. The final version is going to be printed all over, but it's going to have a zipper close, no notches, and so this is like a really. They're durable, they're small, and they're lightweight. We thought this was a good way to go for packaging both of these games because it'll just keep everything really simple for us and for anyone wanting to carry it around. So inside, we've got our game. We've got 18 cards, 9 cards for each player. So I'm going to take the orange ones and I'm going to give the blue ones to Dave. And then we've also got a little rule book. Rules just on this 2 sides of this folded sheet. All right. So in your hand, you're going to have 9 cards. We both have the exact same hand of cards, and these are different fencing moves. So each card has, the fencer, the name of the move. The 3 cards you can play after this card if you don't score a hit, and the 2 cards that this will score against. So if your opponent plays one of these 2 cards, you score a hit. So the goal of the game is to score 3 hits on your opponent before they do the same. I traded for blue. That way the cards are right side up, orientation to the camera, just to make that a little bit easier. All right. So the way this works for our first move, we're going to choose a card at random. So I'll let Dave pull one from my hand, and I'll pull one from his, and these are our starting moves. So you don't score. Let's go ahead and set them up here. I guess we go a little bit farther. So you don't score any points on your first move. So this part down here really doesn't matter on your kind of opening position. But these over here do. So these are the cards we can play next. So now Dave and I are both going to go through and choose the card we want to play next. So let's try this one. All right, so we play those simultaneously, and then we flip up, and we look at what we've got. Okay. I played jump. He played thrust. Thrust scores on jump, so he scores a point. So when you score a point, you take that card out. So that card's permanently out of his hand, but he's got 1 of his 3 points he needs. We pick everything back up, and we go again. So that was a really quick one. Hopefully this next one will take a little bit longer. All right, so I'm starting with a parry, which is kind of unfortunate. So parry is special. Nothing scores against parry, and it doesn't score against anything else, but it lets you pick up a previously played card. So it actually kind of puts me in a bad position for that to be my starting card. So I know my 3 cards that I can play. My strategy now is to try to kind of guess what Dave's going to be playing. I think I'm going to go this one. All right, we both played Corpsicore. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not really sure. Everything's taken from French. So, okay. So, now we're kind of in the same position here.
And you'll notice I can follow this with a thrust, a stop thrust, or a flèche. However, my thrust is already out of the game. So I'm actually limited to just a stop thrust or a flèche as my follow-up cards for this move.
So no score. No, Corpsicore. Yeah, you scored. Of course. Okay.
And you designed this game.
I do. I never win the games I design.
Now, although I only need 1 more point to win, I am down 2 cards, which does give Will a little bit of an advantage.
Okay.
In this case, it might give him a lot of advantage.
Oh,
Since I recorded my start, I can only start with 1 card right now because both of these are out.
Okay.
So the question is, can one of his follow cards score off that 1 card that I'm allowed to play right now?
And it does.
Yes, it does.
So I scored that one, and we keep going.
Fine.
Chile and stop thrust. All right.
Let's do this. Okay.
Come on. All right, that was a quick game.
That was a quick game. So with 3 points, I won at Riposte.